Episode 7, no better bet than the person in the mirror. Hi all, it's Bishoy Tadros, author of Break Barriers, and I'm here to help you channel the mindset to overcome any of life's obstacles, whether personal, professional, on the playing field. I want you to walk away from all my videos thinking, if he can do it, then so can I. And I promise you that you can overcome it all. If there's one thing that life has taught me, it's that barriers are meant to be broken. In Break Barriers, I talk about my personal journey. And as you may have read, the narrative was set off when I was 3 years old, diagnosed with leukemia. It was 1990, and the setting was Egypt, where my family is from, but also where healthcare at the time was less than optimal, and medical research was not nearly where it is today. Decisions had to be made, and time was not on our side. Every step after the diagnosis was rather critical. My circumstances were mired by risk. I was a high-risk patient facing a high-risk disease whose parents had to take a high-risk chance by leaving their homeland and everything they knew growing up in order to mitigate the risk of losing a child. The risks were high stakes, life or death, leaving an established financial situation with no choice but to create one in a new country, sticking with family and friends, or doing it alone, understanding that healthcare resources were more advanced. In hindsight, there are few regrets around the choices they made in some of the most pivotal moments of the journey. By no means were those choices easy, but they were well calculated. And although I was the mere object of those decisions, I had no input as I was just a young child. As a result, however, I spent a good portion of my childhood, after those initial years, building on my understanding of what it means to take risks. My main takeaway and the message of today's episode: there is no better bet out there than the person in the mirror. Betting on yourself starts within. It begins when you slowly start to embrace the idea of lowering your risk tolerance. Now, just because you lower your risk tolerance in one area doesn't mean you need to become a wild card and take risks with every part of your life. But depending on where you are today, you can slowly lower the blinds on your risk tolerance in different areas of your life. For example, you've always dreamed about solo travel, but you haven't built up the tolerance to book that trip abroad to a country where you may not know the language. That's okay. Take a road trip to a neighboring state for a couple nights and prove to yourself that you can spend a few days alone with your thoughts in a place that isn't home. Embracing risk means expanding the opportunities that life could offer. When you think about it that way, it could alleviate some of the naturally bred anxiety associated with risk. Many times in life, I found myself scripting insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But once I decided to maybe risk being bold in my approach, or finally speaking up, accepting a possibility of retribution, did I finally uncover that maybe things could be different, a good different. Comfort is okay in moderation. You should be wary of turning every moment of your life into an uncomfortable one, as that will likely burn you out. But at the same time, you must be mindful. Are you staying in the job that has stopped challenging you? Are you staying in the relationship that hasn't fulfilled you? Are you staying in the city that no longer offers you the opportunity to align with your deepest ambitions? It's terrifying to leave that job, that relationship, or that city, but it is simultaneously an act of heroism for yourself. In those situations when things get stale, you're going to be your own hero every time. The magic in those moments is that they are building your inner strength muscles, similar to lifting and working out your external muscles. You can either lift heavy with less repetition or lift light with more repetition, and you will see different results. One of my favorite quotes is the saying, "Life begins at the end of your comfort zone." Every time you shed a layer of risk, you are leveling up your potential. Again, as in lifting weights, every time you add another 10 pounds to that bench press, you risk that your arms might collapse on you. But if you calculate the additional weight with a spotter behind you, you are also taking the steps to prove to yourself that you are indeed worthy of more weight. You are worthy, friends. The universe is abundant, and there is weight for you to take on. Take the steps to embrace risk in the areas that you want to see new results. Unleash the strength within. I hope this video was a helpful tool to help relay that you are worth betting on and you are capable of being your own hero. I'm excited to carry on with you, helping you channel the mindset to breaking your barriers.